I've brought you to the beach with me again so we can talk about insomnia. Insomnia is one of the most frustrating symptoms that you can have. It can make you feel absolutely crazy. So I think we all know that going without sleep really disrupts the body and it makes it harder to heal. Plus it gives the EBV virus a chance to take hold. The Epstein-Barr neurotoxins will disrupt the neurotransmitters in the brain so they can't signal properly. MSG can build up in the brain and it burns out the neurons that create peacefulness. If the adrenals are struggling, they won't be able to produce the specific blend that we need for sleep. The thyroid's completely innocent. It's just a coincidence that a lot of people happen to have thyroid problems and sleep issues at the same time, and both of them are rooted in the liver. We need sleep to heal. We know that. It's essential to our immune system, and it's essential to the immune system of the thyroid and the immune system of the liver and our general immune system. If we get enough sleep, then our body can fend off and cleanse virus cells, bolster the liver as it heals, and allow neurotransmitters to restore after being burned out from the neurotoxins from Epstein-Barr. The number one thing to remember is don't get stressed. I know that's a challenge. When you can't get enough sleep, it's very stressful. But you can heal, so keep hope. Anthony Williams says Spirit tells him that now is a time called the quickening, where the pace of life is faster than it has ever been, and we need our sleep more than ever. He also says sleep is a time of sacred communion with the divine to help us heal and adapt to this crazy world. And another quote is, the inability to sleep is still one of the greatest mysteries of modern medicine today. Sleep is our right. It's our birthright. We need sleep. We deserve sleep. We have a sleep wellspring. And for every breath you take, you're putting 2 seconds of sleep into your wellspring account. And you can take that out whenever you need it, whenever you want it, whenever you need sleep. Do whatever you have to do to get your sleep. You deserve it. Don't feel guilty about it. When you prepare for bed, you can get a glass of water for the night and just imagine the wellspring that you have available to you. Just imagine it flowing like a river right to you. All that sleep just for you. The best hours to sleep are from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Those are the golden hours for sleep. Those are the most healing hours that you can sleep. Even if you just close your eyes, even if you only sleep for 10 minutes during that time, it's highly restorative and very healing. There are 9 types of sleep issues that you can suffer from, and I'll go over those now. The thing to remember though is that we're all individuals and no 2 people are going to have the same exact sleep issue. So the first issue is you're up for hours and then you might fall asleep, but then when you wake up you feel unrested. This is because the liver overheated. It's stagnant and sluggish from toxins and fats. The second kind is you fall asleep okay, but then you wake up early and you can't fall back asleep. And there can also be anxiety, racing mind as the sun rises. This is from the liver being inflamed from fighting off pathogens. The third kind is you sleep and then you wake up and then you sleep again. And this is from viral issues like Epstein-Barr, shingles, cytomegalovirus, HHV6, and some bacteria. The fourth kind is you're in and out of sleep all night and it's just a miserable night's sleep, and you might have the frequent urge to urinate. And this kind is from MSG and toxic heavy metals speckled throughout the brain, which is very common in teens. I'll talk more about MSG in a little bit. The fifth kind of sleep issue is you don't get any sleep. You're exhausted and you have crashes during the day where you just have to sleep and take a nap. This kind originates in the digestive tract, where there's sensitive nerves in the colon, and when the food is being digested, it will hit these nerves on the way out. The seventh kind of sleep issue is you sleep all night, but you wake unrested, and you might have snoring or shallow breathing during the night. This kind of sleep issue is from sleep apnea, and that can be either obstructive or non-obstructive, which both can be healed. The eighth kind is just as you enter deep sleep, you jerk awake. This kind of sleep issue is caused by the brain being saturated by something. And there's a few things it can be saturated with, like toxic heavy metals, aspartame, MSG, DDT, herbicides, toxic nanomaterials, and or other synthetic chemicals. The neurotoxins get hung up and they pool in these little deposits in the brain, and then they spurt out, and that's what causes the jerk. The ninth and final cause of insomnia is just symptoms that you're suffering from, like tinnitus, restless legs or arms. You might feel itchy or have aches and pains. So you want to treat those conditions. So I promised I'd tell you a little bit more about MSG, because I think a lot of us are getting it in our diets, even though we think our diets are pristine. There's many different ways that they sneak it into foods, and there's a whole list in the first medical medium book of the names, and I highly recommend that you take this list with you to the grocery store, so when you're reading those labels you'll know what is the hidden MSG. Now remember, the type of sleep issue you have with an overload of MSG is you're in and out of sleep all night and it's just miserable, and you may have a frequent urge to urinate. MSG is what's called an excitotoxin. It goes straight to the brain and it burns out neurons, and it stays in the brain until it's broken down and pulled out by detox. So you can have quite an accumulation from the years of eating stuff with MSG in it. MSG is what's known as a neuron antagonist, and it can cause things like rapid thoughts, a sense of itchiness, an unpeaceful mind, obsessed thinking, and waking up a lot. It sticks to neurons and makes them electrically hypersensitive. The electrical impulse running along the neuron burns much hotter. And Anthony Williams says it's like a sparkler on the 4th of July, and it just burns out. One thing you might not know is that when you see something that has natural flavors in the ingredients list, and it's probably right near the bottom, that's MSG. So you could be buying wonderful, natural, organic tea, and if it has natural flavors in it, it's got MSG. So now let's talk about how to heal insomnia. Well, of course, there's the many different causes, but there's a lot of information in especially thyroid healing on how to heal. The number one priority is detox, though. You want to detox the liver, and it'll help just about everything. The liver goes to sleep when you go to sleep at night, and it kind of goes on autopilot, but then it wakes up about 3 or 4 in the morning. And if it's sluggish, it can go into very subtle spasms, and it can wake you up. So one good thing to do is to help the liver by flushing your system with lemon water every morning. So what you want to do is you want to restore the liver, you want to detox the MSG and the toxic heavy metals, heal the digestive tract, heal the adrenals, and eliminate Epstein-Barr. You can do this by increasing your fruits and vegetables and your herbs and spices and wild foods. There's a lot more in thyroid healing. There's a 90-day thyroid rehab program in there. If you have anxiety, which a lot of people with insomnia do, you can have herbal tea, raw honey, baked sweet potato and avocado, a mango or banana before bed. Even during the night, you can have a banana handy on your nightstand and eat it if you wake up. Also in thyroid healing are some combos that are really wonderful for sleep, like taking melatonin with cherries will increase the effects of the melatonin. You can have lettuce with passion flower. I know it sounds like a weird combination, but it's really good for sleeping. Wild blueberries remove toxic heavy metals and MSG, and they also enhance every nutrient. Also good for insomnia is some meditations that Anthony William has, like the stargazing meditation, the sunset meditation, the waves on the beach meditation, which I could do right now. The trees meditation is very good for grounding. This can all create a great sense of peace within you. The sun is a wonderful healer, even if you can only get out in the sun for 5 minutes a day. It's very healing. Birds are very healing if you just watch them and listen to them sing. Bees, watching bees, just if you can get out, now is a good time of year because there's a lot of flowers and you can watch the bees. Anthony says they have a light around them and that they are here to help us. Another thing you can do is call on the angel of sleep or the angel of dreams, and they can both help you. Just say it out loud, what your wish is for sleep, and they'll hear you. So be at peace. You can heal. If you feel like you need more personal guidance, I am taking clients at this time. You can go to my website, it's listed below, and you can set up either a free 30-minute consultation or a full session, and we will move you along on your healing path and get you back to health. And thanks for hitting like, subscribe, commenting, and sharing. It really helps to keep this channel going, and it helps get this information out to people so they can heal. I'd just like to thank you for your time and your attention. Bye-bye.